8 different forms of wealth is Adhi Lakshmi, 𝗬𝗲𝗃, 𝗬𝗲𝗃𝗃, 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 𝗬𝗶𝗃𝗃, 𝗬𝒑𝗃𝗃, and 𝗓𝗛𝗪𝗃𝗃. These are the 8 different forms of Lakshmi. Whenever we say Lakshmi, Lakshmi comes in these 8 different forms. Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Today our topic is Lakshmi, understanding wealth. It's our tradition that on the eve of Diwali we'll worship Goddess Lakshmi. Mostly business people, they do it because they start a new financial year and they start the new books and new ledgers. So it is a tradition to start a new financial year by worshipping Lakshmi. Unfortunately, what I'm saying is totally against to our faith, against to our Sanatana Dharma. In this video, you can see they are flashing lots and lots of money, gold, jewelry, everything, and they're proudly displaying all this stuff to the people, exhibiting the wealth to the people, which is a sin. This is not the way to worship Goddess Lakshmi. It is absolute ignorance that we have no understanding of the concept Lakshmi. It's actually sin because if you display a lot of money openly in front of the people, that will trigger bad ideas in people's mind. It provides an opportunity for like steal or other things. So there's always, we have to take a reasonable measures to protect our modesty. When I say modesty, the wealth is also a part of it. There are certain things we have to secure and we should not exhibit. Among those, the wealth is also one thing. Even for a good person, if the opportunity is presented, they may get tempted to take wrong decisions. So this is our own interest that we don't display money openly in front of people. And this is also affect people's mental health as well. What is our Sanatana Dharma says about Lakshmi? What is our understanding? Is Lakshmi is all about money? Are we worshipping money itself? Is that the actual form of like a worship of Lakshmi? I don't think so. As per our Sanatana Dharma, the Lakshmi is divided into 8 different parts. That means wealth is identified as 8 different forms of wealth we have. The 8 different forms of wealth is Adhi Lakshmi, 𝗬𝗲𝗃𝗃, 𝗬𝗲𝗃𝗃, 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃, 𝗬𝗲𝗃𝗃, 𝗬𝒃𝗃𝗃, 𝗬𝒑𝒃𝗃, and 𝗓𝗛𝗪𝗃𝗃. These are the 8 different forms of Lakshmi. Whenever we say Lakshmi, Lakshmi comes in these 8 different forms. When we worshipping a Lakshmi, we are worshipping Lakshmi in 8 different forms. So among all these things, in my order, which is given by Jagadguru Adi Shankaracharya in Ashta Lakshmi Stotra, he starts with Adhi Lakshmi, and he ends, the last one is 𝗓𝗛𝗪𝗃𝗃. Means the currency or the money that we are talking about is the last attribute of Lakshmi. This is not the only attribute of Lakshmi. So this we need to understand very clearly. So this is very important before we actually start to worshipping Lakshmi. We will see all these 8 forms of Lakshmi in detail. So first thing, I will start with Adhi Lakshmi. So Adi Shankaracharya in Ashtalakshmi Stotra, he starts with Sumanasa Bandita Sundari Madhavi Chandra Sahodhari 𝗬𝗲𝗱𝗰. It starts with this particular, this shloka starts with this particular line. So in this, he starts with he identified Lakshmi as Chandra Sahodhari. Chandra means moon, is a sister of moon. What we mean by the reason behind it is moon represents the mind. The notion of wealth is subjective, and we generate wealth based on our intelligence and our thinking, our priorities, and these are all things that are important. So it is a byproduct of our mind and intellect, and whatever our values are, whatever the priorities we give, this is what makes us wealthy in our life. So that's the reason he started with this particular line. Adi Lakshmi means, Adi means at the beginning. So Lakshmi exists before we are born. Before, whether it's humans or animals or plants or anything, before they even take birth on this earth, everything for the survival is provided for free. The God has provided everything we need. For example, we need, first thing is air. We need air to breathe. That's why it's called prana. Air is called prana. The breathing exercises are called pranayama, means controlling the breath. It's called yama, means control. Pranayama is the controlling of the breathing. So without like air, if we can't breathe, that means that's the end of our life. We can't be alive. So I don't think anyone has the wealth to buy this themselves or to produce it by themselves. It's already been given, and we need water to drink. We need food to eat, and we need an environment for our survival. All these things are provided for free on this earth. God has created the oceans, rivers, lakes, forests, deserts, mountains for us to enjoy and for us to celebrate our life. This is the form of Adi Lakshmi. If whoever don't recognize this, I'm sorry, you have no clue of what Lakshmi is. So this is the first form of Lakshmi. In our next episode, we will see rest of the 7 forms. Swasti.